Welcome to the Truth Check, a place where we dive into the most viral claims and break them down with the real sciences. I'm your host, Jason. So, today we're gonna explore one of the most popular and controversial pseudoscientific beliefs. The aliens built the pyramids and ancient monuments. Let's meet someone who believe they did. With me is Heiko, a passionate supporter of the ancient aliens theory. So Heiko, tell us, what did you believe?
Thanks, Jason. Honestly, I just don't believe ancient human had the technology to build the Great Pyramids. They're huge, perfectly aligned, and incredibly complex. Same with the Nazca Line in Peru or Stonehenge. There's no way they did it without any help. It must have been the aliens helped them.
Wow, that's a big claims. Where does these theories comes from?
Well, it started with a book called Chariots of the Gods by Erich von Däniken in the 1960s. He showed how ancient stories might actually be about aliens. Plus, you've got the shows like Ancient Aliens and movies like Transformers and Indiana Jones showing it. It just makes sense right now.
To solve fact from fictions, we are joined now by Dr. Darren, an archaeologist studies ancient engineering and historical records. Let's welcome Dr. Darren. So, Dr. Darren, can you explain about what is the ancient aliens theory?
I can explain you about the theory, ancient aliens theory. So it says that the ancient people could have built this massive structure or the monuments like pyramids, or they couldn't even created advanced knowledge without the help of any extraterrestrial beings like aliens. So even they suggest that aliens might have visited to Earth, right, shared knowledge, and may have even ruled as a god. Supporters often points to things like Nazca lines, Stonehenge, even the Pyramid of Gaza as a proof.
Oh, it sounds interesting. Why is this considered pseudoscience?
Okay, yeah. So ancient alien theory, right? It's basically a pseudoscience because there is no evidence that proving, or there is no, basically there's zero scientific evidence proving that aliens tools or materials or even the DNA which is found at this place. So there is no scientific rules related to aliens. That's the first thing. So no evidence. And second thing is the confirmation bias, where they only picked mysterious facts that support their belief and also ignore normal explanation. And finally, unfalsifiable, where they says aliens erase the evidence, which means you can't prove them wrong. That's not science. Science is something you test. Okay, it's like testable, whether it's wrong or correct. Okay, open to being wrong. That's what a science. So basically, pseudoscience is something. It's a belief. Okay, science belief, but without any evidence. Okay, when there is no any scientific evidence or any scientific methods or analysis going through, it's basically pseudoscience, which you have a belief on that, but you don't have any evidence proving that. So here's the same thing. The stones are very heavy, the rock and all, right? To build a monument like pyramids, today's technology is also not capable to do that. So how does the people those time have been done this? Like using, it might be alien. Okay, we can say that it's alien, but is there any scientific reasons, any scientific evidence that proving that the alien might have done this? So we don't have the evidence, so it becomes pseudoscience.
Let's talk about the pyramids. People like Heiko say the pyramids are too perfect to be a human made. What do you think?
Well, even I can give you one real life example. That one of the most famous cases is the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, right? So the ancient aliens theories claims that it's too perfect, it's too massive. So to have built by a human 4,500 years ago, it couldn't be, right? So, but all of this is debunked because the pyramids is alignment with the stars, right? With the stars is basically, I think so it's likely intentional, because the ancient Egyptian was skilled enough with astronomers, okay? And as for the building process, we have found few materials, right? Like what I said, copper, chiseled, wooden sledge, and also a ramp Okay, these kind of things, even the construction ramps and even quarry site have been discovered and unfinished blocks is still there. So it's exactly there are physical evidence, right? It's exactly, and the most discovered came in 2013, where a document called the Diary of Mirror. Like what I said, it's from 4,500 years ago, from the foreman who transferred stones by boat, right? It's basically written by a construction foreman. Okay, in details how limestone blocks were transported from Tura to Giza by boat and along the Nile. Okay, it's where we the Nile is a very important name in a civilization of this Egyptian, and it's a real, okay, it's real written evidence from the time of Parua Khufu. Because basically we have real evidence proving that it's pseudoscience, because we don't have any scientific reason for aliens, and there are physical evidence how it was made, so you can't say that it's an alien made. And finally, that was amazing to sound like a solid proof, correct. Yet it's basically despite the evidence, some people still believe the alien theory because it's more sensational, isn't it? That's why we need to keep sharing the truth. That's why I ask you to celebrate what the ancient Egyptians have done.
What about the Nazca lines? Haikal had mentioned that they are only visible from the top, and it's just like the runway for alien spaceships.
Yeah, Nazca lines. Nazca lines it's amazing, but you can't say that it's an alien made, because the Nazca people just remove the reddish stones from the desert surface, to make the white sand underneath to be visible. Okay, it's like a drawing with a contrast. Okay, they use ropes, stacks, even mats. Okay, obviously they use mats to build. Okay, without mats we can't do that. Okay, so you don't need to fly to make them. You just need a planning and also teamwork. That's enough.
Some believers point to statues that looks like astronauts. What's your take, Dr. Dhiren?
My take on that, it's not astronauts. Simple answer, it's not astronauts. Those figures are symbolic of gods or warriors, often wearing ceremonial outfits. The helmet-like features are just artistic style. Okay, not evidence of space shoots, right? And people forgot that art changes over time. It depends on culture, not alien visit. Arts will change. See, we have been doing like a drama, and then we went into cinema. Okay, the cinema have been done in theater. Now it's going through platforms, different platforms, like social media and TV. We are watching on TV. We have a lot of OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime. This art will keep on changing. Same thing, this art has been changed. You can't say that it's alien invention or alien visits to make this art different.
So, what is the harm for these theories? Isn't it just fun?
Isn't it just fun? Yeah, actually, it may seem fun, but you can't say that it's totally fun, because it has some real harm. Like for example, it's disrespectful the ancient civilization. Okay, especially the non-Western ones, those who are build this thing. It might be Egyptian, right? So you couldn't say because they are not Western, so you couldn't say that it is not built by the human. Yeah, disrespect the skills and also the effort of the human by saying that it's a supernatural. It couldn't be built by the humans. It might be some terrestrial beings like aliens or supernatural activities have been happened there. By saying that they were too primitive to build that, you couldn't say that. It's disrespectful. Like for example, let's say we Malaysian build any a monument that a massive structure that even this modern technology couldn't do that, and people are saying that you didn't build that, you guys didn't build that. It's actually a supernatural thing, or God came and give that, or the alien did that. So it's a disrespectful, right? And second thing, it spreads conspiracy thinkings, rumors, and even scientific mistrust, right? So like when some people they say that once the pyramid is gone, we will face some massive destruction. A mass destruction must be happen. If one of the room or one of the chamber from this Gaza pyramid of Gaza, if opened, it will destroy the world. These kind of things and all. And finally, it ignores the real human efforts. That's the main thing. Culture and achievement. It's a lifetime achievement. That even this kind of technology that we are evolved with a modern technology. Now we have AI. With this technology, we couldn't build a monument like that. It's a lifetime achievement of the Egyptians, so we can't disrespect that. Okay, it's a real harm.
So, Dr. Dhiren, can you make a brief conclusions for today's interview sections?
So, as a conclusion for this interview, we have so far evolved so much here, right? We have modern thinking, modern technologies. A basic thing, history is basically belongs to humanity. Let's respect it and celebrate it for what it truly is. That's all.
Thank you, Heiko and Dr. Dhiren, for today's interview sections. The ancient alien story might sound interesting, but the truth is more inspiring because it's humans. No matter pyramids, Stonehenge, or Nazca lines, they are all built by humans using the real tools and the real knowledge. Thank you for watching.